I'd
Yeah,
say
4's
most of
the
my
one that
Virtual Fighter
I've played the
experience is
most.
Fighter's Mega Mix, honestly.
Yo, Bob. Thank you for the myrtleized. How was your stream, buddy? What's up, Red Sox? For everybody joining, we're doing Ristar speedruns, and it's like 5 in the morning. But I got some cool company.
Where are they?
Where are they?
They're
It's
in
like,
the
yeah.
Grim of Dawn.
Alright, I've got the commands for making Kasumi do the front flip leg lock on the opponent's neck and throwing them to the ground after squeezing their head between her thighs, so that's the only move I need. Let's go.
Oh, were you trying to play WoW, Bob? Ouch. Ooh, up.
Oh my gosh.
I love the danger zones. Just fall on them and fly into the air.
Yeah, I heard they made new servers today though, to make it a lot easier for people trying to play WoW Classic.
Gosh, I wanna play so bad, but I cannot justify it.
If it was free, I'd consider it. If it to pay for it again, I'm like, eh.
I didn't pay for it the first time, but I just don't.
Hacker.
Well, I didn't actually play it. I haven't played it. I skipped it on purpose to pursue competitive games and to fuel my
Like if I really wanted to play them, I
now I
would have
understand
free
it.
ones.
My retro, game exploration. But yeah, I don't think I have time for it. Yo, raise max cap on servers. Yikes, that might be interesting.
Ouch.
Oh, Hayabusa, don't be like that.
Always ninjas.
I mean, everyone in this fucking game is a ninja.
The ninjas in pajamas.
Ninjas in pajamas. Jesus, what? I feel like approve of that.
Bananas in pajamas.
Seriously, I've got this game on both Saturn and PlayStation, and it's no comparison. The Saturn version is so much better. Like, even considering that the PlayStation version has 2 extra characters.
Wasn't Saturn built as a fighting game type of console though?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So was the
PlayStation.
Dreamcast, I thought.
Yeah. Hmm.
Like that whole era.
Yeah, because they're
Sega.
I mean, they're just arcade machines, really.
Damn it.
There are some interesting fighting games on PlayStation, though.
Bloody Roar.
Bushido, Blade, Air Guys.
Yeah, I've heard many good things about Air Guys.
Is that how the
Yeah,
fuck you say that?
I love it.
I would say Ergaz.
Orgasm.
Yeah, Soul Blade. Yeah, Soul Blade's good.
Yeah.
Soul Blade is probably well, it's one of the best fighters in the console.
Wasn't Soul Blade released on Dreamcast first, though?
Nah, Soul Calibur, which was the sequel.
Hmm. Well, I know about Soul Calibur, I just wasn't sure about Blade.
Soul Blade's really cool because every character has 2 full move sets.
There are Blade moves and there are regular moves.
Yeah, yeah. You can lose your weapon. Like they were trying to go on like they're taking like Samurai Showdown to like the next logical progression, and then it was abandoned.
I really enjoyed Soul Calibur 2 and the weapon hunting and that, the mazes and everything.
Yeah, I like 2 a lot. Well, I like pretty much all the Soul Calibur games, so.
They're exactly for Grim 2 where you can just hold A and win.
I'm actually pretty bad at Soul Calibur.
How can you be here? Well, some moves are harder to pull, but it's possible to win by not knowing anything, is what I found out.
Rear Arcade's really good.
Tina, no!
No.
4 actually I didn't like until I started watching high-end Chinese players. Like after the game died in America, the Chinese just didn't stop playing Soul Calibur 4, and they really turned it into a whole nother thing. Gosh, man.
I agree, Zenka. After Soul Calibur 2, it started getting worse every release. I can't remember which one they made. It was called, you had credits anyway, and like, you could only play like 1 life per hour or something.
Double knockout? How's that even a thing?
But yeah, no, I'm not here trying to defend 4 or any of the later games really. I did have a lot of fun with 5 before I stopped playing it though. 4 I pretty much never had fun with.
I haven't played
It's fun to
5,
watch.
but it looked like it was just PvP oriented, which turned me off. I mean, it is the goal of a fighting game for most of them, but I thought they had a nice PvE system. Soul Calibur Legends, is that possible what it was called?
I think that's what it is. Yeah, that's a Wii game? Question mark? Yeah. Good night, Bobbin.
Have a good night. And
Oh man, speaking of classic Wii fighting games, oh actually, I think yesterday was a 10-year anniversary of Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. An actually good game.
wow,
And,
the
yeah,
four
we had
buttons.
some really interesting fighting games on it for sure. Broken Destiny. I don't think I ever messed with that. Well, pretty much no PSP games I have any experience with, except for the port of Valkyrie Profile. Oh, and the Final Fantasy IV collection. Which reminds me, I need to do some work in.
Alright. That wasn't a good swing.
PSP or PSTV hack.
But we're through.
Oh man, Kratos. Dude, that reminds me of what is it called? Sony All Stars? Is that what that show was called?
Oh yeah, PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale.
PlayStation All Stars, yeah. Woo, man, that game.
Fuck you, Aderon.
I would not say it was good. It was,
Nobody would.
yeah, there were people who wanted to try and convince people it was good.
Yeah,
You know.
Sony.
Yeah. And people who are like crazy about, some of their favorite characters like Fat Princess,
Yeah.
the timeless classic Fat Princess.
Which is actually a legitimately good game.
I haven't played it. I actually do want to try it at some point. Yeah. Good gosh, I was like, I remember playing the demo one time and I was like, man, this game is never gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, that was correct.
I wanted
fun.
to like it, I really did.
Ooh.
Make up time here.
Gosh, man. Well, and it was in a weird period too, because like PS3 was just not
Good?
popular.
Yeah.
It didn't go well, that's for sure.
Yeah, its
I
launch
think it was a good
spectacularly
console.
atrocious.
It just had no way to keep up with like the pace of the 360. The 360 was just so insane, and other than being like a Blu-ray player in every way,
Yeah.
the PS3 is still the best Blu-ray player and will be the best Blu-ray player ever made. Because Sony, I mean, they spent so much money, and
Yeah, which is why they were selling a console with $900 worth of parts, bill of materials, for $600. They were taking
Yeah.
a $300 loss on every console. Jesus Christ.
yeah.
They were just way too arrogant after the PS2 era.
Well, I mean, dude, they had two back-to-back, best console of all time bangers. They really thought they were untouchable. They didn't think that.
Yeah.
Well, they knew that Nintendo wouldn't be, competition. The same, you know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
same kind of competition as them, and they just didn't think that.
The Wii would sell 100 million units.
Well, no, I was gonna say they didn't think that the 360 would be what it turned out to be.
Ah, come on.
Which is crazy to think about. They spent all that money on that hardware, and then like every fighting game was pretty much a 360 game because the PS3 couldn't run it.
Yeah.
Except the only fighting game that I remember being played in tournaments was I think it was Tekken. I think Tekken was the only one that didn't have issues. Like all the Capcom stuff was awful on PS3.
Shit.
You know, the crazy thing is apparently during the hardware design process, Ken Kutaragi was designing the PS3 with the idea that everything would be done in software. Like, everything would just be done in software on the cell and the SPEs. Apparently, like, Sony's engineering team had to, like, go behind his back and get a contract with NVIDIA for a GPU because they were like, nobody is going to program for this thing.
It's like, yeah. That's like the Sega Saturn. Like,
Yeah, the PS3, like, in design sensibilities, was a lot closer to a Saturn than a PlayStation.
Are you fucking kidding me?
yeah, and that makes sense. Well, and I mean,
Rip Run.
there were some things that were just so great about the PS3, but man, it just wasn't as popular, and it just didn't have as many, as many big, like, timeless hits. I mean, especially like, oh gosh, I mean, especially compared to, their other consoles they made. Oh, PS4 is a port console.
I believe you mean PS4 is a Bloodborne machine.
Yeah. Like I said, I have one for ports. Oh, also, it does actually have one good exclusive. Well, it has Bloodborne, and Spider-Man. But yeah, I mean, I pretty much just have like retro stuff on mine, and I'll get Final Fantasy VII when it comes out on there.
Yeah, when.
when question mark it comes out. I'll probably get Trials of Mana on there as well, but we'll see.
But I hope the lesson that Square Enix is learning is don't trust Tetsuya Nomura with a deadline ever. Like, whatever he says, triple it, quadruple it, the game's not coming out.
That's a golden IT rule. Always get 3 times the time you think it's gonna get done.
Yeah.
That is a rumor going around about the PS5, but we'll just have to wait and see. See, like, I heard that rumor, and like now there's another rumor going around that that PS5 is going to be all digital.
That would be a very Sony move after a successful generation. Just do something completely asinine.
They'll buy Steam and call it PlayStation 5.
It's okay, you can just get a Switch if you like physical.
Let's get physical.
Yeah, digital is just so practical. I mean, honestly. I mean, I do a healthy mix of digital and physical. Mostly physical, but some stuff is just so convenient to have it digitally.
Well, we have to get perfect snowball fight.
And that being said, I buy plenty of physical old games. Abandonware games.
Oh man, I just love how Kasumi's all like, oh, gomenasai, daijoubu, after beating the shit out of you. It's like, oh, are you okay?
Oh, I like Wii U. For a few reasons. There's a handful of games I like on it.
They have Netflix.
Yes. I like
it had a lot of
Why did I do that the first time? Jesus Christ.
it has definitive Zelda ports. It has lots of just other ports. I like Star Fox Zero.
It's got Devil's Third by Tomonobu Itagaki. Everyone likes that game, right?
There's not. Other than that, I just liked it for like being a Wii with HDMI. That was like mad convenient. There's a couple other things though, but that being said, it's time to get one again. Just for some of the games that have ports. And they're pretty cheap. But yeah, no, I don't know what they're thinking. There's I want to get one for Wonderful 101 among some other stuff.
PS Vita's good if you like visual novels.
Yeah, I don't know much about the Vita. I can play Vita games on my TV when I actually hook it up.
Yeah, I feel like the PlayStation TV made the Vita completely redundant unless you really wanted a portable.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can hack them. Then it turns into a good emulator box with a nice OLED.
Yeah, like just a casual OLED.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, well, yeah, no one's talking about this technology, but Vita's got it.
Yeah. It's also got touch-sensitive back of the console for some reason.
Yeah, good gosh.
They're like 2-frame grabs, Senka, I would say. Dagrin could probably tell you more.
Yeah, but no, I mean,
here.
yeah, and that being said, I mean, if you're considering getting one, it's like the Switch just dwarfs it, obviously. Pretty much in.
It says like 13
everywhere.
seconds if you do it properly the whole way.
Oh, like Joy-Cons? Dude, I don't use my Joy-Cons. I don't even know where they are actually. Someone plugged them into that little like controller. Oh, they're in a box somewhere. It's like, yeah. I just play everything on GameCube. I have a Pro controller. I really like Pro controller.
Oh shit.
And then for anything I need a D-pad for, I can just play it on arcade stick through the GameCube adapter.
It's gonna be hard to make up this time unless we get a really good automaton skip.
Well, the new light, like, you can't switch out the Joy-Cons. They might be, you know, they might not have the same flaw, but, like, also just not being able to hook it up to a TV, like, makes it... for me, I have no interest in a light. I kind of want to upgrade to the other one when they come out, just for storage space.
But yeah, the light would be absolutely perfect for me if you could dock it. Like, I wouldn't even mind the dock being a separate purchase, you know? I'm fine with that, but just straight up being like, oh no, we're going to remove the Switch part of the Switch. It's like, god damn it.
It's like not a Switch anymore. It's just like technically a Switch. But yeah, it is kind of weird that they're like, well, here you guys go. I mean, I guess like so many people are buying them just for portable consoles. But...
I guess. And it's so frustrating too, because the Switch Lite has an actual D-pad. Its screen is made out of Gorilla Glass instead of plastic. Like, it just, in general, looks like a more premium build quality.
Yeah.
Alright. Less RNG.
I hate this boss.
Me too. Assuming you're talking to me.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I won in Dead or Alive because it's like 20 IQ points lower than Virtua Fighter.
Oh my gosh, 20?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Are you sure it's that low? Are you sure it's that low of a difference? Like, it
What's
might
the time
actually
say?
be 100.
We're in it, boys.
That being said, DOA 3 is actually a pretty big brain of a game, but that's you know, that's there are only certain people that save.
Yeah. 1, 2, and 5 are the only ones that I've really played extensively. That would be the Monty Python order.
Okay. Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Oh my gosh, I love that movie.
It's such a good movie.
Bring out your dead.
I need to watch Life of Brian again.
I think I'd go.
Always look on the bright side of life.
I would like to have the right to have babies. You can't have babies. And marching up and down the square. Oof, we got it.
Wow.
Okay. This is fine.
But no, yeah, the
Shit.
the Wii U is only the
Shit.
second worst Nintendo console.
You best not be about to hate on the Virtual Boy.
Dude, you know I am. Even though the Virtual Boy might have more good original IPs than the Wii U did.
I mean, it had Galactic Pinball, which does count for a lot.
Oh, it has like Wario games. It has Mario Tennis. I guess that's it.
Yes. There was a version of Donkey Kong Country 2 that Rare was working on that didn't get very far.
Nope, didn't get it.
I know that there's a there's a version of Street Fighter on there. Gosh, man. Oh, N64. I'd say there's a really good short list of games for 64, but
I'd say that the N64's overall library was not great, but it had more generation-defining titles than any other console. Like, I mean, say what you will, Ocarina of Time is worth a lot because...
oh, because like 3D games are based off of it?
Yep.
I mean, they're based off of Mario 64 as well, which is like a launch title for the console, you know?
Okay.
But
We missed the second cycle, but that's fine.
yeah. Oh, well, yeah, GameCube is a way better console than 64 overall. Yeah. And 64 was a powerhouse. It was the powerhouse of that generation in most specs.
And apparently it was a bitch and a half to develop for. Like, developers in Japan said that it was even harder to develop for than the Saturn, but because it had more of a global market share, it attracted more third-party development.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
From PvP's boys.
Yeah, GC was such a failure that they've released controllers for it in 4 separate generations.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm pretty sure that's the only time that's ever happened.
I've got one of the Hori classic controllers for the GameCube. Apparently, those are really pricey now.
Oh my gosh, dude, we used to have armies of them. Like, I've probably owned, like, I'd say, like, on the way to 10 of those things. And the one I have
Lost
now,
by 10 seconds.
I need to get, membrane for the faceplate fixed, because when I went to open mine to clean it, it just ripped out the A button.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have
digital
to
pad.
find a way to make a mold myself.
There's one that 5 bids on eBay, currently $102.50 for a
Is it used or is it new?
Oh, it's used. There are no new.
The last time I looked at them, there were a couple like new ones on there, and they were like 200 plus, and like people were like watching them, and one was like 150 or 180, and it like had
there's
it was just like, holy fuck, man.
Well,
pre-owned $200 or best offer from Japan.
may the best grease.
200 OBO, yeah.
$325 plus $15 shipping. Yeah. So I guess I'm holding on to that forever.
Yeah, I wish that in the last one I had that I got rid of it for like $50.
Oh, rip.
Before they skyrocketed. It's like I got rid of it, and then like a month or two later I looked at it, and it was like over $100. I was like, what the fuck?
Boy, I'll tell you, I sold my GameCube component cables at the right time, though, because I sold them before the GC video project really took off, so I got like $240 for them. And,
oh, I thought I was gonna die. It started so bad.
Launching a set for $90, so the market's gonna fall out from under that real quick.
Some people want them just because they're
actually
official
no.
Nintendo.
They won't be fun, Zenka, because the automaton skip in like 5 seconds is stupid fast. I can spend 2 minutes there sometimes.
Hey, look at this.
While the credits play, thanks for the GG, Zenka, Turbo, Dagrin, Grim, Tsunade.
Yep.
I'm gonna get some water. You had the verbal one. You just had to give me double.
All right. It's probably a sensible time for me to go to sleep.
Well, you have a good night.
You
Or
as
morning.
well.
Thank you.
I didn't even go